Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from Busan, Stockholm, where third edition of Hello Stockholm is taking place, and it's first semi-final Open Division Tallinn Thunder, Estonia, in blue jerseys, facing VIF, Sweden, winners 2014, 2015, aiming to take this match in order to play their third final of Hello Stockholm. And I'm here right now with Christian.
Christian Gaffney.
Hi, Christian.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Now, viewers at home, if you're just joining us now, you'll notice that Sweden has a 1-0 lead, and they're on serve. It was a conventional first point. We'll see what happens now. The pull is up. And let me introduce my colleague, Phil Kay of the AUDL.
Guten Morgen. A nice in-cut for the Tallinn Thunder. Ooh, a little bit of a stumble on the field. He apologizes. Now, Christian, we played against the Tallinn Thunder in our game, didn't we?
That's correct, Phil. They beat us.
By a lot, if I remember correctly. A deserving spot in the semifinals.
One of the key players to look for on Tallinn Thunder will be the man getting beat up line right now. That's Vadim Nahalov. He's a big deep receiver for the Thunder, and he's known to use his body to get position in the end zone and make big catches. Person to watch today.
A run-of-the-mill upline cut for the score. Looked to be some contact in the end zone, but a good no-foul call. Tallinn is undeterred, and they stroll casually onto the field.
Phil, for the viewers at home, what can you tell us about today's weather conditions inside the dome?
It's a little bit cold. You have to worry about your hands getting cold. Body warmth is always going to be an issue in these domes. There's a slight left to right breeze, but it's kind of nice. It doesn't hurt the throws, it sort of helps them. Christian, you played here and threw 10 to 20 discs in here. Did it affect your throws at all?
No, my hooks were on today, Phil. Thanks for asking. I'd like to give a quick shout out to the man sitting to my left, Paul, the inventor of Swedish Ultimate. Phil and I are doing our very best, but he has by far the best mustache at the tournament. Tallinn Thunder with the disc, looking to earn it back after getting broken on the last point, looking to get on the scoreboard here.
Tallinn is a handler-driven team. They've got a couple good handlers, especially number 34, Christian Lurtis, with the disc right now. Casual flick. He'll get it. Oh, a big hammer, and the crowd goes wild.
Phil, back home in America, the land of opportunity, hammers are worth 2 points. Do you know what they're worth at a tournament like this?
They're only worth 1 in Europe, actually, Scandinavia. But the crowd definitely responds well to them here. Everyone gets off their feet and bows when a hammer is thrown.
Tallinn is on the board with their first point of the game. I'd like to give a shout out to number 16, Timur Bakov, with the big grab to keep the point alive.
Christian, while you're on the live mic, would you like to say anything to your mother? She's no doubt watching at home.
Yes, while today is not Mother's Day, I always like to say that every day is Mother's Day. Love you, Mom. Short on cash.
Christian, let's talk about the uniforms that we see here. Of the two, which do you prefer?
I'm an old school man, Phil. I've got to give it to the simple whites. And you got to love a team that reps its nationality on the sleeves. It's big for the home field advantage.
That's true, but it would be helpful for us foreigners if they had a diagram of the country flags of every country. Next year, hello Stockholm.
The huck goes up, but doesn't have enough luft under it. Number 12, Robin Lillelorg, not able to run it down. He gave a good effort, though, there.
Christian, is that a sparrow on the Tallinn Thunder's uniforms?
I believe it's a phoenix, Phil. Rising from the light blue ashes to the dark blue sky. Gradients, because you can.
A lovely dump and swing. Oh, and then a mistake. Tallinn will stroll to the disc and get set up. I'm expecting a break throw here. We'll call it a scuba. It's open side, I was wrong.
It's open side, and there's Robin Lillelorg. Able to make the score after not chasing down the huck earlier. That's got to feel good for him, right, Phil?
A nice classic open side score. Always pumps up the spirit.
Their captain will be sure to say in the next huddle, guys, we need to stop getting beaten open side. Also, no breaks. Now, Phil, at a tournament like Hello Stockholm, where the roster is capped at 8, what can you tell me about the importance of conditioning, and what team looks more fit today? And if you could point out individual hard bodies, please.
Conditioning is actually very unimportant in Frisbee. It's all about natural skill. How high can you jump? How fast can you run? You can train all you want, and it really won't matter that much.
My thoughts exactly.
As far as hard bodies, I'm looking on the white team, number 21, Thomas Eriksson. Very tall, very strong.
Now the Swedes have done a bad job of reporting their numbers, so as punishment, I'll be guessing their names this point. Oh, that's a big throw from Patrick Sundqvist to Martin Carlson. Martin Carlson looking around. He really needs some help back here, doesn't he? The Wildwood dump up the line. That's Martin Bomack with the disc. Another dump. Sweden able to get it off the sideline with the swing.
It must be said that the numbers for the Swedes look stylish up close, but are nearly impossible to see 20 meters away.
We apologize on their behalf for the viewers at home, and that's a score! Ladies and gentlemen, a score to go up 3-2 for the home team. After a quick start to this game, we've started to see a more defensive battle here, haven't we, Phil? Grinding it out.
The teams are getting frustrated. Tallinn Thunder arguing amongst each other. Although in Estonian, it might just be encouragement. There's no way to know.
Too much. I'm here with number 55 of Tallinn Thunder, Tuomas Retsold. What can you tell me about your thoughts on the game so far?
It's been interesting. They're very fast and very agile. That's the scary thing, but actually it's a very interesting job for us then, because they are very strong and we want to compete.
You heard it here first. Where there's thunder, there's lightning.
Thomas, tell me, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Did you give your body the tools it needs?
Yes, I did.
What did you eat?
Bacon and eggs.
Classic American breakfast. Good job.
Thank you for being with us, Tuomas. Good luck today.
Christian, I noticed that there's a skyline on the shorts and the shirts of the Tallinn Thunder. Do you know if that's actually Tallinn, or is it a generic skyline that every uniform uses?
My guess would be that it's the generic skyline with one special building from the city of Tallinn to give it that unique touch that all jerseys have.
Tallinn, they have buildings. Oh, a nice catch.
I'd like to toot my own horn here to remind you that I called it. Vadim Nahalov with the big grab, getting up strong. He throws a wiggly woogly flick to the end zone and it'll count.
Christian, I'd also like to toot your horn. You said earlier that he uses his body very well, and indeed he did.
Timur's head is very deep in the game, unavailable for a sideline interview right now.
The Greg Popovich of Frisbee players for all of our NBA fans out there.
Shout out to the NBA, best league in sports.
Christian, you've been in Sweden for about 36 hours now. Tell me your thoughts.
Sweden is a country with great signage. When you walk in, there's arrows on the floor in a corridor that's maze-like, walking you around all the sites. So you can pick one and put it in your little yellow or blue bag as you see fit. Great meatballs, too.
A good mark. He crouches down low and then wings a hammer across the field. Always a good strategy. Give it back, he says. Give it back. Number 22, Kalle Dahlberg.
That's a score there. Phil, I believe that's pronounced Kalle Dahlberg. Despite the fact that he lives in Stockholm, he's actually from España. Fun fact. To remind the viewers at home, this is the semi-finals of Hello Stockholm 2016, and we've got a great match. It's 4-3 right now, and I would say that the Swedes are winning in white. Phil, I'm a bit confused here. We're playing in a highly competitive sports environment, but I don't see any referees. What's going on?
That's correct, Christian. We don't have referees today. Typically we do, but they actually got lost on the way over. The signage getting here was not totally clear, and they ended up in Uppsala.
Oops. Trapped in the back of the end zone is Tallinn Thunder. Can they get it out, or will a Callahan occur? Naturally, the crowd will go hog wild if they get a Callahan. They're crazy for him.
There's our man Timur, always near the disc. A confident backhand up the line, and we've got a streaker. There he goes, cutting back. Oh, a little bit too far.
Streaking deep there with the blurred legs was Christian Luritz. A fast man, but not fast enough.
In his spare time, Christian likes to collect stamps.
Yes, he actually values quality over quantity, so he has one really good stamp. Keeps it in a frame above his desk.
Some smooth offense from the Swedes, and they boost it deep. Oh, a surprise non-catch. Quite unfortunate.
A lot of people will tell you that on a play like that, he should have used two hands, but in my opinion, one hand is enough. You just need to catch it. In Sweden, just like drugs, sports gambling is legal, so you have to wonder if he's in on a bet supporting the other team.
Danny, we've heard your complaints loud and clear. We will do a better job of calling out the white numbers.
That's an errant backhand that sails out of bounds. Foul is called, and he's demonstrating exactly how it happened.
Christian, what happens when a foul is called? So far, it seems like everyone likes to stand around and argue for roughly 2 minutes. Is that what typically happens?
Yes, in Ultimate, you're mandated to talk about it for at least 30 seconds, making wild arm gestures. It's contested 100% of the time, and it always comes back. Timur, a household name, hucks it deep to the big fella. Excellent, excellent positioning from number 21, Thomas Eriksson, to box out and get the D in the end zone on the taller man.
Nice sportsmanship there as well, with both players high-fiving after a collision on the ground. Good hustle, good spirit.
Sportsmanship is important in Ultimate. It's actually a trademark term, sportsmanship of the game. And this looks like a bookends in the making, fellas. And it is! Oh, indeed, at the last minute by Timur.
Timur, he's everywhere.
Number 21, Thomas Eriksson could smell the used books for that bookends, but he was not able to reel it in. No doubt he'll be looking to get another D here. He's hungry. That's a great go-to catch from Timur Bakov, always going to the disc. And it's boosted again. We've got ourselves a Huckfest, ladies and gentlemen. Number 69, trailing, catching with the unnecessary greatest uncompleted. Phil, what is a greatest?
The greatest is when you jump from the field, catch the frisbee in the air, and throw it back into the field. It's never completed. It never works out. But everyone likes when it's tried.
I hear Brody Smith got one once. Swedes with the disc, working it up the open side, trapped on the line here. Let's see if they can get it off. A lot of handlers back. There's the dump.
There's number 9. We don't have him on the number sheet. Sorry, Danny.
In the 80s, it was raining men, but out here today, it's raining Hucks. That's a big throw just short of the end zone, and the Swedes complete to go up 5-3.
Christian, typically we have half times in Ultimate Frisbee, but in this indoor format we don't. How does that affect the competitors?
Phil, I'm not totally sure on the rules here, but I believe there's no timeouts. And so the players are going to get tired here.
That's why it's very important for them to yell at each other directly after a point is scored against them. Communication needs to happen quickly.
Here with us is number 16, Timur Bakov, who just played an integral role in the last point, unfortunately getting scored on. What can you tell us about your thoughts on the game so far?
The game is really intensive, as we are facing the Swedish champions. It is meant to be a tough and physical game, but I think we're gonna try to make a turnover sometime and get into the lead.
Great, we're rooting for you.
Everyone loves an underdog and everyone loves Estonia. Thank you, Timur. Number 12, Robin Lilleorg, who's often seen going deep, unable to read the disc there, and it sails over his head. Estonia will have to work to get it back, lest they get broken again. The Swedes patiently working up the field. And there's a big huck. There's a big huck. It's in the end zone. It's sailing deep. Can he track it down? Yes, he can, and that's number 21, Thomas Eriksson, diligently reporting his number. Thomas Eriksson, while not the tallest man on the field, has proven that he has great reads. He knows exactly where the frisbee's going, and he chases it down.
There was one time, actually, where Thomas dunked a basketball. His friends might tell you that it touched the rim and bounced in, but he tells everyone he dunked a basketball.
Everybody gets one dunk in their life, Phil.
I usually play on grass fields, but this is a lovely state-of-the-art Swedish turf field. How does that affect the play, Christian?
Well, Phil, the fields are smaller, the turf is fast, there's a lot of action. You're not going to see long points here. The points are short and quick.
Some might say that the turf is too comfortable, as you'll see from all of the people lying down sleeping on the sideline.
Oh, and there's the big fake, but he doesn't do it. Sends it back to his handler. That's smart Estonian ultimate. Gets it over to number 12. And there's our boy Vadim, always around the disc. The Estonians working it, showing some patience, but every point thus far has ended in a huck. Oh, and here it is, a big hammer. A big, beautiful hammer, let me add, to number 12 in the end zone.
On the money. Christian, what's the Estonian currency?
The euro.
A good guess.
Maybe something with a K.
A nice catch there from Robin Lilleorg. He's actually one of 12 siblings. He's the middle child.
His nickname is the Lily because he smells great, like a flower. Phil, the Estonians have been making deep runs in the men's and women's brackets. Do you think they'll be content with a 3rd or 4th place finish, or are they after the gold?
Typically, the Estonians are just happy to compete. They don't really care if they get 1st or 3rd or last. Fuck yeah from the sidelines.
Language. Big bladey pull goes up, and that's deep in the end zone. Nobody wants it. And that's buried in the corner. Another Callahan opportunity for Estonia, which would be big.
Nice upline cut from our man Tomas. And a beautiful dishy swing. Nice flow, but unfortunately, there was a great D from number 69, Lori Loritis. He's back with the disc, floats it up. Number 2, Andrzej Sika, throws the score to our main man, Timur Bakov, who once starred on this very mic.
As Timur said earlier, it's a very intensive game, but he's not going to let the intense defense make him lose his focus. Great catch there in the end zone.
Christian, I currently have a little bit of glitter in my eye from the party last night. How did you enjoy your time?
I had a great time. The song of the night was Ice Ice Baby, am I right?
It was indeed.
Phil, I heard that last year the party got a little out of hand with the Red Eagles, the bad boys of Berlin, getting a little raucous. How was it this year?
Stern emails were sent after the tournament last year, and the people responded as you might expect. Very respectful this year, very much in line. A good time was had by all, but within the bounds of society.
And as the wheel of time turns and the pendulum swings, next year will undoubtedly be crazy. There's number 22 with the disc. Pivoting, looking, hammering.
Ooh, a lovely D. Number 22, Sundqvist with the hammer. Didn't work out, but the people liked it.
Sick D for Loritz in the end zone. Batting it to the ground like a volleyball superstar.
Time is currently over, so we will play this point out. It's a nice floating huck. 3 people in the area. Oh, a hard fall. Injury is called. Injury is called. That's number 33, Juho Matus. He's up, calling for a sub, and seems to be okay.
Juho Matus with the great run there, unable to pull it in between the 2 defenders. Would have been a lot of glory to be had there. The Estonians will have to work down 1 in overtime to get the D back.
Patrick Sundqvist unable to pull that catch in.
And here's second life for the Estonians. Patiently working it, a swing, they're close to the end zone, so the huck is not an option here. They'll be forced to work it. There's the break side hammer, or blade rather, and it's caught. Tying the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a universe point situation coming up. And this is why we watch the sport, isn't it?
Talk to me about body language right now, Christian. What are you seeing from the two teams?
The Estonians are pumped up, having gone on a nice run. I'm seeing heads high, I'm seeing chests protruding outward, and they are ready to go. The Swedes, on the other hand, are a bit dejected after the point, throwing it away on their first throw after the turn. And no
play on the field.
Number 21, Thomas Eriksson on Sweden, might be kicking himself for the drop, but let's not forget what a wonderful game he had leading up to that moment with some big Ds and big catches in the end zone. This team would not have been in a position to win without him. He played great.
The traditional spirit circle will now be held, where no doubt they'll discuss the foul call on the final play. Christian, something to dwell on, or shall we get over it?
It's tough when something like that happens in a crucial moment, Phil, but rules are rules. The players handled it well. They left it all on the field, and I think they'll agree that the best team won. When it comes down to it, you can't drop the disc on the goal line. And here we are in the second semifinal of the day with Old Dirty Bastard in black.
Language.